We are all experiencing an unprecedented time in our lives right now. The level of uncertainty, anxiety, and fear can be overpowering as we learn to navigate in our new world, all doing our part, whether it be social distancing, staying home, and abiding by federal guidelines. There are so many on the front lines who are battling a war against an invisible enemy. Being on the front lines can place a person's physical and mental health in jeopardy. A team of professionals has come together and created a program called Resilient Minds on the Front Lines to bring tools, knowledge, skills, and instruction to assist in a time of need. This team is dedicated to helping those who help others. On today's webcast, our guest speaker is Dr. Michael Wiltsey, Burlington County, New Jersey Prosecutor's Office and licensed psychologist. Dr. Wiltsey talks to us about a fixed versus a growth mindset and how to embrace opportunities to grow and develop in your own life. Your hosts for today's webcasts are Master Resiliency Instructor Michael Pellegrino and Dr. Gabrielle Salfati, Professor of Psychology and Certified Resilience Trainer.
Resilient Minds on the Front Lines was created to bring you 15 minutes of hope in a world turned upside down. The topics in our webcasts are all meant to help those on the front lines help themselves and others. Today, Dr. Michael Wiltsey discusses how those who fear failure, avoid challenge, and are unchangeable have a fixed mindset. Those with a growth mindset embrace challenges and opportunities and look to grow and develop. He shows us how putting in effort can be a pathway to success. Be safe, be healthy, be resilient.
Hey everyone, I'm Mike Wiltsey. I am a clinical psychologist, a law enforcement officer, and a master resiliency trainer in New Jersey, and I'm here today to talk about fixed versus growth mindset. I want you to picture somebody in this silhouette, somebody's face, somebody that you know in your life that you believe, without even knowing the definition, would have a fixed mindset. Now I want you to think of someone who would have a growth mindset, somebody that you know in your life, again, without knowing the definition, and put their face on this silhouette looking out into the world that you think would have a growth mindset. So what is the difference between a fixed versus a growth mindset? Well, someone with a fixed mindset, they believe that their intelligence, their talents, their abilities are all fixed. They're static, unchangeable. As a result, these people tend to avoid challenges. They shy away from challenges because they're afraid of failure. They see their efforts as useless. They have the attitude of, why bother? It's not really going to change anything. They also ignore feedback. They also disregard any kind of new information or approaches. They're very closed-minded kind of people. Now, people with a growth mindset, they tend to believe that everything is changeable, nothing is static. Intelligence, talents, abilities can all be changed and developed further. As a result, these individuals, they embrace challenges. They look for opportunities to grow and develop by seeking out challenging opportunities. They see their effort as a path to success. Effort is where growth happens. That's where learning happens. It's where everything improves. It's through the process and embracing the process that development and growth happen. These individuals take feedback and they're quote unquote coachable. You give them feedback and they listen and they apply it to improve their skills and abilities. They're very open-minded, open to new opportunities, new information and approaches so that they could grow and develop in their lives. Now, I want to ask you, which one are you? And the answer is going to be you're both of them, right? Because we all are both of these. We all go between a fixed versus growth mindset. Sometimes we'll be looking at things with a very open mind and a growth mindset and thinking about opportunities to develop and get better. And other times we'll fall back into that fixed mindset. So it's very natural for us to go in and out of these. But what we want to try to do is foster our growth mindset and develop that further. When you think about a fixed mindset, I want you to picture this image. The image of two tire tracks going down a path. Those tire tracks have been there for a long time and have been driven over and over and over again. And that path might get you to where you need to go, But a growth mindset might look for a new path, a new way to get to that destination, or more importantly, to lead to a better or different destination. It reminds me of a quote by Frank Clark. If you find a path with no obstacles, it probably doesn't lead anywhere. When you picture the image of a growth mindset, think of this young person with their changing mindset sweatshirt on, and they're looking out into the world, and they're thinking about ways to grow and learn and develop their skills. This person is ready to face challenges, and they believe in themselves. That's the number one thing. It starts with a belief in your own ability to grow and develop and get better and improve. That starts the process of having that growth mindset. So what about mindset ties into resilience? Why would we talk about mindset when it comes to resilience? Well, mindset has everything to do with resilience. In fact, it starts with mindset, and mindset determines resilience, at least in part. Difficult roads lead to beautiful destinations. What does that mean? It means that during challenging times, when we're faced with those adversities, obstacles, things in our way, moving through those, working through that process leads to a beautiful result. That good things are going to come from putting that hard work in and continuing to fight the fight and moving forward, not letting things get you down and not letting those disappointments hold you back from what you want out of your life. Another way of saying the same thing is with the old Chinese proverb, in danger there is opportunity, or in crisis there is opportunity. And that's what a growth mindset is all about. So in summary, having a growth mindset starts with believing in yourself, believing in your ability to learn, develop, grow, and that nothing is fixed. Everything in our lives is changeable. Everything can be improved and developed. It's about seeking out challenges, facing adversity head on, appreciating the importance of effort for growth. That's where we learn the most. That's where we develop the best. We don't grow when things are easy. We grow when we face challenges. Learning from our mistakes and redefining any kind of setbacks or failure as an opportunity for growth. With a growth mindset, there is no failure. There's only opportunity to grow and learn and to place that experience in its proper perspective in our lives. I want to talk about 3 skills that you can apply to your life right now to help you improve your growth mindset. Visualization, journaling, and catch yourself catching yourself. With visualization, picture this image. The lone person at the free throw line in a basketball court in front of 60,000 people. Now, there have been numerous research studies that look at visualization and imagery as a way of improving free throw percentage, the amount of free throws that a basketball player will make. By merely focusing on positive imagery. So visualizing success before you ever take the shot. But that free throw is just a metaphor for life situations and circumstances. You can apply the same technique of visualization as you're approaching anything in your life. This is the process of starting that growth mindset from the standpoint of believing in your abilities. Journaling. When using the exercise journaling, think about a recent setback and write about it. Then read it. Notice where you're diving into that fixed mindset concept and flip it, switch it into a growth mindset. A great example of this is a job or a promotion that you didn't get. Write about it. Look for ways to turn that experience into a growth mindset so that you learn and develop, improve your skills and abilities so that the next time you get that job or you get that promotion. And finally, catch yourself catching yourself. Just like this guy taking a picture of himself in a mirror. Be that guy. When you are in a moment where you find yourself falling into that fixed mindset, turn it around and turn it into a growth mindset. Perhaps you need to have a very difficult conversation with a boss or a colleague or somebody you supervise. Going into that conversation, you may approach that from a fixed mindset. You may be looking at it and thinking, this is going to be a waste of my time. Why would I exert the effort? It's not going to go well. Well, that's approaching it from a fixed mindset. So if you notice that, catch yourself catching yourself. Turn it around and believe in your abilities, picture it going well, use that other skill, and go into that with a growth mindset. This is going to go well, and whatever happens here, I'm going to learn from it and improve and develop further. Finally, a quote by Thomas Jefferson. Our greatest weakness lies in giving up. The most certain way to succeed is to try just one more time. That's a powerful message, and it really sums up the idea of having a growth mindset. With growth mindset, there is no failure. Every experience can be placed into its proper perspective in your life so that you can grow and develop further, so that your skills and abilities can improve, and that every experience, and when we're facing adversity, we're learning and we're growing, and we embrace that adversity, embrace that challenge, so that we can improve ourselves and continue to develop as humans and achieve whatever it is that we want to achieve in our lives, small or big, daily or our 5-year plan. That's a growth mindset. Practice to develop it, and remember, we're going to fall back into fixed mindset at times. Utilize these skills and look to develop your growth mindset. It will make a more resilient you. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this. Please be safe and be resilient.
We can't change what happens to us in times of mental, emotional, and physical challenge and adversity. But we can change how we react to that adversity. Resilience is our ability to approach and handle adversity in a way that allows us to bounce back more quickly. And sometimes this process even allows us to grow stronger. In today's talk, we had an insightful talk by Dr. Michael Wiltsey on the topic of mindset. If we had to summarize the key theme that ran through today's topic and put it in the context of resilience and how we can use this information to help us approach adversity in practice, we can bring it back to the key concept of growing through adaptation. As we heard in today's video, mindset can be summarized into 2 main overall ways of viewing ourselves in the world, from a fixed perspective or a growth perspective. Or, put in a different way, being and having a fixed sense of who we are and feeling threatened when we face situations that challenge us, or becoming and using challenges as an opportunity for growing who we are. In the video, we learned that having a growth mindset is about believing in your ability to learn, to develop, to grow, to seek out challenges, and redefine setbacks as opportunities for growth. Dr. Carol Dweck, the psychology researcher who developed the idea of mindset, summarizes it beautifully when she says, in a growth mindset, challenges are exciting rather than threatening. So rather than thinking, oh, I'm going to reveal my weakness, you say, wow, here's a chance to grow. It is this ability to adapt that is crucial for developing resilience. By focusing on seeing the world from a growth perspective, there is no failure. There is only growth. Our webcast series is committed to help those on the front lines help themselves and others, and aims to bring you tools and resources from practitioners and professionals in the field of resiliency. Thank you again to Dr. Michael Wiltsey for joining us in today's episode, and thank you for joining us. We hope that today's webcast has brought you hope and inspiration. Be safe, be healthy, be resilient.
During the COVID-19 pandemic crisis, your mental health is vital. Please see the resources listed here as well as on our website at onthefrontlines.us. You are not alone.